Hello, third graders. This week in social studies, we are going to be talking about the different culture and heritage that we can find around the world. First of all, we need to define what culture and heritage are. So, culture is a way of life shared by members of a group. The way that we eat. Here in the United States, we eat with a fork and a knife and a spoon. The way we dress, the kind of music that we listen to, our style of art, stories that we tell, the folk tales that we have. Those are all a part of our culture. Heritage is the culture inherited from the past generations. So perhaps your family hasn't always been located in America. Perhaps they came from somewhere in Europe. Where did your family come from? And have some of those traditional cultures come along with them. That is your heritage. Are there traditional foods that you eat, or traditional clothes that you wear, or music that you listen to that has come from other generations in your family in the past? So we are going to take a closer look at the different cultures in the United States, in Avon, South Dakota, and in your family. So starting with the United States is actually a country where people come from all over the world, and they have a lot of different cultures, and they settle in one spot. So we have a country with lots of different kinds of celebrations going on that are all different. Here in Avon, South Dakota, we do have a large number of Dutch, we have some Czech, and we also have some Lakota. My own family, if I would take a look back, in my family, we have German, Irish, English, Dutch, Scottish, and Cherokee. Of course, just as in any family, we have a lot of similarities in our family, but some of my sisters, as we were growing up, always said, "Oh, I think I'm adopted." Well, my sister Pam didn't really think she was adopted. She thought that since she was born in Maine and there were some UFO sightings during that time, that maybe she was part alien instead. But if we take a closer look at our family picture, I think I see a big resemblance with her and the rest of the family. I just can't see any alien at all. So let's take a look. See? Do you see what I mean? So my family grew up in different areas. My mom grew up in South Dakota, whereas my dad grew up in Virginia. So they had different cultures going on there, different things that they were doing. The food that they were eating was different. The dialects, the way that they speak, are different. All of you guys watching down in Virginia, because I know some of you all are watching. Love y'all. Miss you. Hope you're safe down there. So my mom was raised in the Midwest while my dad was raised in the South. I was raised kind of sporadically all over the place. My dad was in the service, so we moved quite often, but this gave me some advantages because I was able to experience different cultures in different places that I moved. One of those places that I moved was Germany. While we were in Germany, we got exposed to a lot of other cultures by visiting different countries in Europe. So here is a picture of my family in Paris, waiting to cross the busy street. And another picture of my family in Denmark at the North Sea. As you can see, my mom was always behind the camera. This is a picture of my class when I was in Germany. I put this picture up here because it's very important that I introduce you to a good friend of mine. Here I am in my mint green, delicious leisure suit. And my friend Trisha over here with her nice Buster Brown shoes. We became friends when we were 9. I'm not going to tell you how old we are now, but let's just say that we have been friends for quite a few decades. So the reason I wanted to introduce you to Trisha is that one thing, we are still good friends today. Here is our families together just this past February. Her family has a lot of neat heritage, and they go ahead and follow those traditions. Still to this day. In fact, her mom just cooked up these plantains. Her mom is Puerto Rican. She just cooked this up this week, and her dad is Jewish, and they still follow those traditions, by having a Seder each Passover. I'm popping this picture in because you might wonder about traditions in my family. Well, as you can see, tradition in my family is to be kind of goofy. There's my granny and my dad and my little sister Misty. So if you ever wonder why Mrs. Knodel is so weird, just take a look at my family. It's their fault, right? Anyway, moving on here, I do have some great family members. Here is my Aunt Ott. My Aunt Ott was born and raised in Thailand. She now lives in the United States. She lives down in Virginia, but she still carries out some of the traditions from when she was a young girl in Thailand. She still eats the Thai food, and she cooks it for us, and it is very delicious. And she also does some Thai dancing. There is a video that I want to share here of Aunt Ott during the solar eclipse. She said bing and bang on things so that when the sun is being covered, it comes back out the more noise you make. So here's kind of a cute video of my Aunt Ott. If it pops up here. Isn't she the most spunky 70-year-old woman you've ever seen?
It's coming back out.
She's with her daughter-in-law, bringing the sun back out.
Sounds like y'all trying to get it to come back. Sounds like y'all trying to get it to come back.
Okay, so my Aunt Ott is one family member that carries out traditions. Also, another family member of mine that likes to carry out traditions is my stepdad, Francis. Francis is Czechoslovakian. He does speak some, plays the accordion. He and my daughter, I put a picture of her up here with him because when they were little, he had a name for her, Spoont, and it meant like a little plug. So even calling kids by some of those traditional names can be carrying out part of your heritage. So whether you come from a family of clowns or a family of royalty, be proud of your heritage. Have a conversation with your parents and find out what yours is. I'm interested to hear all about it on our Zoom meeting on Thursday. See you there.